Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing good. Today I am starting to try and build for you guys with commentary. I've been doing, a couple of builds here and there without commentary, and I want to get you guys more involved with what I'm building. So today I saw this thing on Pinterest today, and let me switch my thing, where I saw this build and I thought, wow, that would be really, really cool to put into the eco world. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I honestly, off camera, I was trying a couple of different ways. I'm not sure how to do it. This is going to be a learning experience for all of us. So bear with me, and I hope that, you guys stick around and see how it turns out. As you can see with this build, this here has 3 containers in this round structure. So the two of these containers have bedrooms with en suites, and then this third container has a kitchen. So I'm going to take inspiration from this. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm not a very good builder yet, but we are going to do our best, right? So I'm going to close this picture out, and we are here in the lot, the shipping views lot, which is typically the off the grid shipping container lot in the eco-friendly world. And I'm going to try to recreate this on this. Now, this is not a square lot, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. I am also building on PC, which, most of you probably already assumed that. But for me, I normally play on my everyday regular playtime is on Xbox. And with that, I struggle a little bit with playing on PC, which is kind of funny because I used to play only on PC, but when I got the newer Xbox, I started playing on that, and honestly, it is a lot, not easier, but I got more used to playing on Xbox. So there we go. I did it. So all the buttons are going to be weird. No, you know what I mean? So bear with me on this. Also, I'm not going to use move objects or anything like that. So what you see will be easily downloadable. And the reason that I don't use, or I don't want to use, I'm not going to say that I don't use move objects. I have in my other builds, in my other videos that I've posted. But I'm kind of wanting to get out of that. And the reason being is, I'm not saying that I'm never going to use move objects again or anything like that. But when you play on console, one of the things is, and I assume it's the same with PC, but if you want to download anything from the gallery, then... Sorry, my computer's very loud in the background. I have to rearrange stuff so you won't hear it. So I apologize for that. Anyway, with that, if you don't place a lot that had the creator used move objects, the move objects cheat, and if you don't put move objects cheat on before you place that lot from the gallery, then a lot of the stuff that they put in there doesn't work correctly. Your sim won't be able to move around correctly. Things won't work the way that they're supposed to. I've had that problem quite a few times where I've gone in and I've found, a really cool house or something that I wanted to put into my world, and I downloaded it and I didn't put the move objects cheat on there. And if you don't, my experience, I don't know anybody else's experience, and if you know a better way, then let me know. But my experience is, if you don't put the move object sheet on before you place the lot, but you place the lot and then you put the move objects sheet on afterwards, the objects still don't function correctly. You would have to like lift all the objects and replace them in order for them to work properly. So because I play on the console a lot and I don't typically use cheats, I will forget to put that on before I place a lot. And then my gameplay suffers, and so it frustrates me. So that's why I'm going to try and do my builds with no move objects on. It's not going to be as lush probably as what other people do. I'm going to do my best to build at least, you know, some of my builds with no move objects cheat on. There are some builds that, like I said, I have used it in the past that I think are, you know, you need it if you want to clutter up or, you know, do a whole bunch of stuff like that. Then yeah, you're gonna want to use your move objects. What's the best way to do this? How big do we want the rooms? So if I would have to go 4 across, right? Unless, or at least 3 if I want a double bed, right? So 3, 1, 2, 3, like that, and then like that, 3, and then like that. It's gonna say, no, you cannot, because it's on a rounded room. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, I believe, the way that I was doing it before, where, so I took, and I remember that this was 28 across, I think, or 18, something like that. Do one like that, and then we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna put it here. I was doing 4, when I was doing it on, without recording, I did 4. So I did 2 of this size container and then 2 this way, and that was working. So I might do that. If we go again, do it this way, and I copy it. Is that enough space for your sim to walk through? Yeah, I mean, it is. Do I like it? I don't know. I might want more space. Yeah, like that. I like that one a lot better. This is what I was doing off camera when I was just testing this out. So if we do it like this, then we have ourselves a nice kind of rounded room. Actually, I am going to bring this back in. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Get rid of these walls here to create one big room like so. I think that works. I think that will work. What if we get rid of this room here? I think that might work. So obviously this is not going to look exactly the way. Do I want it like that though? I mean, that looks way more square than it does round. Huh. But you know what? It could work. Let's just keep it this way. Let's make this work. So let's go on to the roofs, and I'm going to use, I know that I need to have it come out quite a bit. That's not too bad. So if we do that, that's not that bad. So that's the way it's going to look, which is not bad. Let's figure out, I think I want to raise this up. I think. Put it on a platform like that. And then we want to do a front porch, I think. I think this is going to work. We'll do this as a nice deck. The roofing is a little weird, I'm not going to lie. But I think that it's growing on me. It really is kind of growing on me. All right, let's go into the doors. So I don't necessarily need a curved door because we elongated this edge here. So let's go ahead and look at the doors that we have. I think I might build an evening because it's less yellowy. We want this to be kind of modern, right? Do I want a double door? I think I do want a double door. So let's go and check out our double doors. We have this really cool eco-friendly double door here that we could use. I think that's the one. That looks kind of cool. I kind of like that gray. We could go with a nice, what if I went that color? Kind of like that. Let's do that. And then I think what I might do is go wood on the inside. Do I like that concrete now? I don't know if I do. Let's look at the wood. Let's look at I keep covering my mouth. I'm sorry, guys. I really like that. I did not do the inside of these rooms. And I think that's because, so we're going to do, which one's the longer? This one's the longer one. So I think we're going to do maybe a kitchen on one, maybe a study. Or should we do 2 bedrooms? We could do a smaller bedroom and a bigger bedroom. We're going to have a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. So I think we're just going to have a small bathroom. So what do I need for a small bathroom? I need a sink, I need a toilet, and I need a shower. So I'm thinking a 3x2. Let's see. What kind of floor tile? What kind of floor tile do we want? I feel like I want something. See, I'm drawn to the retro stuff. I am drawn to stuff that is like mid-century and stuff like that. And I'm trying not to grab stuff like that because I would go for like this sparkling speckled tile, right? Or I would go for like this Copperdale tiles. Typically, let's go with this one. I think this one will work. Let's do that. And then let's do wall tiles, wall pattern tile. Do we have a matching? We do. That works. Let's do, all right, we need a door for our bathroom. Actually, let's do this one in a gray. No, in a white. Okay, so now that we've got that, what toilet do I want to use? All right, I think what I want to use is this one in the off-white. And I think I'm going to put it here. And then I think shower-wise, I want to use a shower tub combo. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not hating it, but then again, I'm not loving it. I could go with black. It would go with the fixtures. I kind of like that. That doesn't look bad. Do I like it with the wallpaper though? That's the question. Should I just do the herringbone to match that? That might look better, huh? If I do the herringbone. Where's the white herringbone tiling? I feel like I have to zoom in my eyeballs. Where's the white herringbone tiling? White on white? That is so bright. We could change the floor tiling. I could do herringbone, but I could do it in the black. And then I could dress it up with a nice rug. We could go with this one. That one doesn't look too bad. I'm okay with that. And then let's get a mirror. Just go all out black. I'm kind of not hating it. Oh, I kind of like this shelf here. Yeah, I like that. And then we can clutter that up. We could put some extra toilet paper in the brown up here. What if we do some bath salts? That would be nice. We could do it in a nice, kind of like the blue, like that. And then I feel like lighting wise, we shouldn't have the saucer. I feel like we should have a nice bright wall light. And I'm almost feeling like something like this one, but not that one. I'm almost feeling this one, to be quite honest with you, but I don't know if this one would work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That one's kind of cool. I honestly kind of like that one. Oh, the cameras. I am struggling with the cameras. Oh, I actually like that. Okay, we're gonna keep that. So I think that bathroom is simple but nice. Yeah, I'm digging that. I like that bathroom. That's a cool bathroom. All right, so I'm happy with that. Let's go on to the bedroom part of this. So we're gonna do a double bed. Do I want to carry this wood flooring throughout? I kind of feel like since it's a container, we should use a metal floor. Would they keep the container floor? Or would they do a floating floor? Say like, one of those floating floors that's got heating elements underneath of it. I kind of feel like they would do that. So let's go on that premise. A floating floor that's got a heating element under it. And then we're going to use, I really like this door that I used for the bathroom. And I kind of feel like the honeycomb would go with it. So if I did that, I feel like that looks really good together. I'm liking that. And I almost want to use it in all of the containers. I might use it for the kitchen. Maybe not for this room here. This room, are we going to do a second bedroom, or are we going to do like maybe a study or like an art room or something? With it being an eco world, I'm almost feeling like we should have a maker spot in there. So maybe I'll do that. And if I do that, I think I might want more of a metal flooring, because it's going to get all messy and stuff like that. But I'm feeling like this floor here would be fantastic for the kitchen as well. So I am going to go ahead and do that as well here. For the walls, I'm gonna feel like we're doing the same concept with the walls, where they did not keep the container walls. Instead, maybe they put up a paneling. So we could go with the eco paneling, which if we did, that's what it would look like. Do I like that? No, I think it's a little too harsh for a bedroom. I'm feeling like it's just a little too harsh. Do I want to put any windows in that? I don't know if I do. Let's look at our regular wallpapers. And I feel like with such a sleek modern bathroom, we're gonna want something simple on the walls, but I also want to get a little funky. Oh, I kind of like this. What if we did this, but we did it in the black? Oh no. The brown. Oh, should I? Should I do that? That'll almost be really good for the kitchen. You know what? I'm using that for the kitchen. What do we want to use for the bedroom? Geez, Stacy. Holy moly. Oh, the beehive's nice. Oh, I like that. You know what? That's what we're going with. I like that one. That one struck me as looking really good. Honeycomb flooring. Look at that. Honeycomb flooring with a wallpaper that's called a beehive. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That looks good. Now, bed. We want a nice double bed in this room. And I want a simple bed. I like this one. Do they have this one in the double? Do we want to do this one? You know, that's not too bad. Let's see. What would that be color-wise? That matches the wallpapers. We could do that. Is that too much pattern, though? That might be too much pattern. It does look good. It does look good. It's still a lot of pattern. It's still a lot of pattern. Do I want to put a window in this? I kind of don't want to put a window in this. I think this wallpaper is going to bite me in the butt, because I'm not really feeling that one either. That one, what color is that? Like a mauve, maybe? I kind of like that. Is it too much? Is it too much pattern? Should I break it up? Not one for doing like an accent wall, but maybe I should. Maybe I should break it up some. What if I broke it up with a mirror on the wall? Do we have like a nice big mirror? This one. Oh, I like that one. What if we go with that? I don't usually do an accent wall, but let's do an accent wall. That one would work. Let's do that. What do we feel? How do we feel about that? How do we feel? If we're gonna do an accent, I feel like we should do it like that. That's not bad. And then we can get lighting. Oh, that's nice. I kind of like that. That looks nice. I like that. Now, let's do a rug. What kind of rug do we want? I wish they had the sizes, like, listed. That one. I like that one. But does it have any cool swatches? That's just way too much pattern. We could go with the sisal rug, maybe. In, like, a nice peach. I kind of like that. Let's get us a nice, maybe a painting. Go over here. I kind of want something, I guess, modern. I'm not very good with modern stuff, to be quite honest with you. I don't know, like, what looks good, what doesn't look good. I like this one, but this is small, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and I don't necessarily want to do a collage. This one might work. Oh yeah, I like that one. Let's go with that one. I don't want to put another mirror. Why is it so difficult to find stuff that... Oh, I like the kitty one. Let's do it. Let's do the kitty succulent. You know what? I think that's going to call it a day for this room. I like that. So there's our bedroom and our bathroom. Now, kitchen wise, here's another thing that I struggle with. A lot of people use the upper counter cabinets. I don't typically use those, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? And I'm hunching down. I really like these, the ones that came with Snow Escape, because there's spots that you can put stuff in. So I might wind up using those. I also like these ones here, the modern ones, and I like the industrial ones. But I think that we're going to go with the snowy. We're going to go with the snowy, and I think we're going to go with, I think I want to go with this one here. So how are we going to do this? I feel like, do we want to do an L shape with the entrance over here? Because I don't think I'm going to put a seating area in here. I don't think. So let's do it this way. Let's put you here. Go ahead and put this one here. How many counters do I want? That's the question. We're going to put you here. We're going to put the left end piece here. It's kind of away from the wall, but that's okay. Feels more realistic when it's a little bit away from the wall, because there's always like ventilation and stuff on the back of the refrigerators. If we go to, is it surfaces? Yeah, cabinets. And then we were using the open ones, but I don't think, is there even ones that go with that? I don't think there are ones that go with that one cabinet. We could try this one. Is this all the same thing though with just books? Like if we were to use this, is this just books in that? Yeah, that seems kind of odd, doesn't it? Those are kind of cool, huh? Could I get away with this one if I used it in, say, this color? Say we use it in that color and we go with an inner corner one there, and we go with a half tile one there, and we go with a right end piece here, left end piece here. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. What if we did that? So there's our kitchen so far. What I always forget is a range hood. I always forget that because I don't normally use one. This one. There we go. I feel like I want a coffee maker, and I feel like I want this big clunky one because we hardly ever use this big clunky one. Oh, I need a sink, don't I? Let's go ahead and get ourselves a sink. What do we want on our kitchen counters today? We would like to have some cereal. I feel like we want some ceramics under here. I don't want to clutter too much either, because I kind of want, I'm not huge on cluttering, for one, and for two, I always feel like it's nice to clutter after you have a sim in there to make it feel a little bit more your own. You know what? I think that's all I'm going to put. I think that's it for there. What else do I want to put in here? So first of all, we need a door, huh? I'm thinking I want a double door. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a nice double door into the kitchen. Where is that open one? This one. This is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that's the one I want. We need a bin. Oh, goodness, Stacy. That's another thing I always forget on all of my lots. I constantly forget a trash bin. So we're going to go with this nice white one here. The woven area rug, like that one. And that would fit this space really well. What kind of colors can we do with this? Oh, that nice sisal color. I like that a lot. I was thinking about that one bar that is, it's like a flat back that you can put up against the wall like this. That's not too bad. Will that work? You know what? I'm not mad about it. I think that's all we're gonna do. I don't want to clutter up too much. Let's do a painting or something on the wall. I mean, I could do the fruit paintings. Like, we could do this and that. I'm just putting them up there for a minute. I don't think that I want to do those. Maybe that one. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. Let's do that. Let's actually, what if we pulled this, put this here? Kind of feel like a small cluster like that is kind of cute. I feel like you guys are going to go crazy on me with the way that I'm moving the cameras. I am just not comfortable with this yet, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got the kitchen done. We've got the bathroom and the bedroom done. This here we want to do as a, I want to do the fabricator. Let's see what flooring we're going to be using. I want to use a metal flooring. I'm thinking that I want to use the galvanized metal because I think that's really cool looking. I kind of like it in the rusty tone. We have it in this nice like bluey tone. I think I'm going to do that. And then the walls, I want it to be the inside just like the outside. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's do that. We're still at the daunting task of finishing everything out, right? Oh my goodness. Trying to find a rug in this joint is unbelievably difficult. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Nice clean dining room. And then over here, let's have like a, can we do like a little study room over here? That'll work. I like that. That's a nice little seating room, no TV, whatever. Then over here, I think here is where we'll have a nice entertainment area. Let's have some birthday cards, shall we? Shall we? Why not? You know what? We're gonna have some birthday cards because that's what I feel like today. What do we want to put over here? This will be a desk area here. I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. This section over here is a little dark, but I'm okay with that. Not a very good builder yet, but I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think it looks that bad for not being a good builder. So we can go in, if you would like, to see what I've built. We're going to go in here. So our front area is just got a little seating area and a little tree. Remember, we're doing this in the eco world, so you know, this place, if you just start playing in this place, it's not built out yet. It does grow over time, if I remember correctly. So you know, you'll be able to see what it looks like as it develops. So as we come in the front door here, we've got a little desk area over here. Very simple. I tried to keep this place simple. Again, I did not use any cheats, like move objects. I did, when placing items, use my Alt key to kind of move stuff together a little bit. So that's the only thing I did, but I did not put in any cheat codes. Okay, we have our TV area here, just chilling out. You can watch some evening TV, some birthday cards on the little mantle there. Okay, then as you go through, I left a lot of space. If you feel like, you know, decorating yourself, then, you know, obviously you can clutter it up. To our right here is our kitchen, and most of the ceilings are gone. because I have glass pretty much everywhere on the ceilings. So as you come in, you've got your kitchen, just basic kitchen. I did leave a lot of space empty for you to clutter it up, but there are some stuff on the cabinet shelves and on the countertop. You have a little bar here if you want to go into mixology. I have a light underneath the cabinet there, just a bottle of wine, some cereal, you know, nothing major. But you do have your basics. I did not forget a bin, which is lovely because I typically forget that. In here is our workroom. So being eco lifestyle, I feel like these people are probably have their own shop somewhere and are, you know, creating things. They're master tinkerers and they're creating things for people. And you've got areas here where you can put up things that you create. You do have, that's two of those, so you could probably take one out if you wanted to and put a workbench in here. But I left this kind of the container like so that it felt more industrial for you to do your work. In here is your bathroom and your bedroom. There's only the one bathroom here. So you have this one little bathroom with your shower. Coming out, you have your dresser. Here's your bedroom here. Some of the ceilings pop through, so I just kept them the container white. So you can imagine that maybe when they put the containers in this area, they just cut out some of the walls. I don't know. You could, you know, write your own little thing. I really like this wallpaper. I thought it went really well with the flooring. And then I kept everything simple. Again, basic stuff here so that you can decorate it yourself. That's one of the things that I love about when I'm building. I like to put my sim in here and then clutter it up as they grow up. Over here, you've got a nice little area for reading. So a nice seating area, looking out on the lovely industrial area. Little bookcase there. That lamp, I really, really like it, but be careful, it does set things on fire. So that's what I didn't put in here. I did not put a fire alarm or burglar alarm in here. So if I don't remember to do that, just be mindful that that's not in here. Then here's your dining room area. Nice big table with some extra chairs there for you. Nice look out over. Hopefully, if you guys play this, you make that a nice community center. You can make it a garden center. You know, something nice to look at so it doesn't look so nasty. And I don't know if all of that structure goes away as it gets built up, but I think all this area gets really nice. Put a nice tree out back here. There's nothing really out back for you to do. You only have the one entrance into the house, so there's not much to do out back. I can go over there and show you, but basically this is what the house looks like. Here we are again, if I can use my camera correctly. Here's our front area. Come around the back. I can't obviously move my camera and use two hands at once. This is the back. I put two random pictures or log thingies there, and you've got a bench. That's basically it. I'm not very good at landscaping yet. I am doing my best to learn how to do all of this stuff, so I appreciate all of you who are patient with me. But yeah, this is where we're at. You don't really see the stuff inside the house because of me being too far away, which is kind of funny. But this is where we're at. You can look at it from nighttime. It's pretty lit up. Not really that, again, not that much. And all this started from a picture I saw on Pinterest. Not too shabby. Kind of happy with this. That's what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Bye.